all the players here at Chennai are so well liked because they do so much off-court activity. And Rico is one of the sponsors of the Aircel Chennai Open 2013. And then Yanko signing some autographs, taking some photographs with the staff and the officers of Rico. So that was Yanko Tipsarevic. And we're back now with Somdev DEVVARMAN finishing his warm-up and preparing to play Tomas BERDYCH in this very interesting second round encounter. Anand, after these highlights of the previous match, this is Marian Cilic playing Stankovic, the Ukraine.
What do you call him? Stankovic or Stinkovic? No, Stakowski.
Oh, sorry, Stakowski. Sorry, Stakowski. So,
he looks nice in yellow and white.
Yeah, he looked great.
Yellow shoes to go with it.
Yeah, you see.
He's one of the last few serve and volleyers left, Stakowski. Didn't do that much today, but still. Great to watch. Look at that, what hands.
I think just the length and the depth of the Cilic ground stroke just wore him down.
Finally, this is the third time in a row that they've played where Marin has come back in 3 sets to win. So it's always been tight. And tough draw for Cilic in the first round, but managed to get through again.
What do you think that Somdev would have to do, Anand, today to take BERDYCH on?
Well, first of all, he's got to play absolutely his best tennis, 110% of his game, and hope that BERDYCH in this first match of the year and after a month being off is slightly rusty, just pretty much like how Cilic was in the first set, and try to get ahead of him, maybe win the first set if he can, which would be a good effort in itself. So, I mean, I think it's a tall order, but we'll have to see. Somdev had a good first round, nice, a perfect guy to play in the first round, that Jan Hayek. But here it's going to be a whole different story. I honestly don't know how he can hurt Tomas BERDYCH. I mean, the thing that the Somdev beats people with is his speed and his consistency. And with a man who has the pace and power of BERDYCH, that's not going to be easy.
I totally agree with you. He'll need to play out of his skin.
He will.
And
this guy has to be a bit off.
And also, I think his first serve percentages will have to be up there, because if he's going to be serving second serve to Tomas BERDYCH, he's going to be all over them.
Lights out, yeah.
2012, he led his country to the Davis Cup title. 6'5", 27 from the Czech Republic. Please welcome our top seed and the world number 6, Tomas BERDYCH. Today was a level chair of fire. In the first round, beat Jan Hayek 6-3, 6-3, returning to the tour after recovering from a major shoulder ailment, had earlier reached a high of number 62 in the world. Winner of the singles and doubles gold medal for India in the 2010 Asian Games.
The on-court announcer announcing the match.
Here in Chennai in 2009.
We're about to begin.
Please welcome Somdev DEVVARMAN.
Good turnout this evening to watch former Indian #1 player Somdev DEVVARMAN taking on Tomas BERDYCH. So we're about to start. Tomas BERDYCH, the #1 seed, will be serving from the far end to Somdev DEVVARMAN.
Ready.
And there's the pace for the #1 seed. Good first serve into the body. And the easy forehand put away. Ah, brilliant. That's the classic inside-in forehand, as it is called. So well struck, so close to the line. Got his feet around the ball so well. You know, Rico, in the old days, it used to be if you were 6 foot tall and 170 pounds, that was the perfect tennis build. Now, it's 6'6" and 190. You know, which is exactly what Tomas BERDYCH is, as we watch a replay of that spectacular forehand.
They've got bigger, taller, and even quicker.
Quicker. That's what it is. We used to have tall guys in our tennis playing days in the 70s and 80s, but they're never this good athletes.
Look at the entourages traveling with the players nowadays, Anand.
That's true.
They have physios, they have trainers, they have
racket stringers sometimes. Like Sapit used to have his own racket stringer.
Quite incredible.
Oh, nice lob. Oh, great forehand on the baseline. Very close. Well, the first 5 points of the man of the match to the man from the Czech Republic. Holders of the Davis Cup. Thanks to Radek Stepanek in the last match, beating Almagro, not Almagro, in the final match to win the Davis Cup for the Czech Republic. Somdev on the board.
They not only won the Davis Cup, they also won the Fed Cup.
Exactly.
And they won the Hopman Cup at the beginning of the year.
Oh, did they? So they won all the team competitions.
They hold all three team competitions in 2012. Quite an extraordinary performance by a country so small.
Right. Ooh. Good wide serve there from young Som. I didn't realize the Fed Cup team was so good. That Safarova, Kvitova.
A couple of unforced errors by the top seed. Somdev DEVVARMAN has 2 game points on this, the opening service game for Somdev.
Wow, what depth on that backhand.
Forcing Somdev into that error.
Well, the best strategy for Som is to put his running shoes on and try to track down every single ball and hope for a few unforced errors or even forced errors. And basically hang on to his own serve to keep the match as close as possible. Oh, nice point. Wow. Good feel at the net too. That's what all the top guys have learned to do now. Close out the points, which some of the more low ranked in the 50s and 60s don't do as well as BERDYCH or even Novak. Novak does it so well. Djokovic now sees the opening, as BERDYCH did there.
If you notice that Novak lost to Bernard Tomic.
Saw that.
The Hopman Cup.
Now Som comes out on top in a backhand to backhand rally. Well, Novak will never be able to duplicate the 2011 year that he had. Not only Novak, nobody's going to be able to do that.
Nobody in the world would ever do that again.
Losing his first match at the French. No, well done. Well done, Somdev. snuck in behind a slice. Not exactly an approach shot, but just kind of played the slice and saw that BERDYCH was going to the one-hander and snuck into the net.
And BERDYCH had to look at that pass down the line.
He certainly did, like this one right here.
Yeah.
He snuck in and made the volley, forcing the pass, and BERDYCH trying to pull it in, but not quite.
So Somdev DEVVARMAN is on the board. It's 1 game all. Heavy 183.
183. Trying to jam Som as he did right there. Unlucky.
Right play there. Try and get it down at the BERDYCH's feet, but just hitting the top of the tape.
That was the right play. Make him volley up and then try to nail him with the next pass, but just a little unlucky. Well, that's just too good. Not much you can do about that. Massive first serve and which opens the court, and the perfect forehand down the line.
I really encourage people to actually come and watch Tomas BERDYCH play tennis, you know, especially in the city of Chennai. There's so many tennis lovers here. We need to come and watch the pace that these guys play at. Don't really get a picture of that on television. So with that serve at 2:07, Tomas BERDYCH holds serve, and he leads by 2-1 in the first set.
Time.
Well, second round action at the Aircel Chennai Open 2013. The top seed Tomas BERDYCH from the Czech Republic, 2-1 up against Somdev DEVVARMAN of India. Games on serve. The players trying to feel each other out, and Som doing well to hang on to his first service game. Just has to match the power of the Czech. That's just heavy hitting from the number 1 seed.
There's so much depth on the ground stroke.
And depth and penetration. It's amazing. You can hear the thud of the ball hitting the racket. Oh yeah, that's just too good. Spectacular stuff. It's such effortless power, Rico. It looks so effortless, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it's scary.
Scary.
It's absolutely scary that people can be that talented. Hit through the ball, 2 feet below the baseline, doesn't make any difference, just hits the highest power of the net, just threads the needle down the line.
It's timing, that's all, it's all in the timing. It's amazing.
You know, the scary part now is that Som will still need to believe. He starts thinking that he needs to do more and more to actually stay in the
Well, that's the
points.
thing.
That's always the danger.
Bye. Yes. That's 3 clean winners. 2 clean winners and a forced error. We give him 3 break points. Well, for a first match, he seems totally comfortable out there.
Looks like he didn't have a break at all. He's come straight from London Masters to Chennai.
To this.
Ready for service.
Well, change of direction, earning the point. Som's first serve in the 170s. Well, when he gets into that backhand corner and lines up with that forehand, you're in huge trouble, whoever it is. Not only Som, Federer might be in trouble as well. And now the quick early break for the Czech. He looks like he's just strolling around, doesn't he? I mean, looks like it's a
he
kind of a
Stanislav Wawrinka looked last night.
He did.
He was so relaxed out there playing.
This guy's definitely got a bigger game and more variety in stance. As good a player as Stan is. And he can volley as well. Wow. That's just too good. Well, the forehand, the reverse cross-court forehand setting up that whole pattern. And BERDYCH, seeing the opportunity to get to the net, moves in quickly.
That off forehand is so big.
Yeah, so big. That was just a tremendous rally. Som trying really hard to stay alive in the point, facing a barrage of forehands and backhands from the Czech.
I call it a brutal rally.
So must be so taxing on Somdev here. He's doing all the running and just trying to track down every ball, which is absolutely the right strategy, except that Tomas hasn't given him too many free points, even at the pace that he's hitting the ball. Oh, that's just awesome stuff.
What footwork, Anand?
What footwork. What footwork and what... I mean, the pace that if you hear the sound of the ball hitting the racket, this one right here, he just steps into it and absolutely clocks it. And Som isn't playing badly. He's playing about as well as he's allowed to play. And that's the unfortunate thing.
Watching some spectacular tennis here in Chennai tonight. His first few games by Tomas BERDYCH have been awesome.
Even he makes the odd mistake, try to change direction a little late there. Those have been few and far between.
Well, I guess at 40 love you can have the luxury of doing that.
Taking a chance, exactly. Yeah, good return. Som right on top of that second serve. Picked it, hit a good return, forcing the error. Well, he was ranked as high as 62 in the world, and that is very, very, very creditable.
And then he had that shoulder injury, kept him out for 6-7 months.
Had surgery on his shoulder, correct?
Yep.
That's very unfortunate. Because I saw his match in Indian Wells a couple of years ago in Nadal. Absolutely spectacular. It was a night match, Rico. And the first match, 7 o'clock in the evening, I was sitting at home in Los Angeles watching the match from Palm Springs. It was such a good match. Nadal won 7-5, 6-4, and it was tight.
A good hold here by Tomas BERDYCH. And he leads by 4 games to 1, first set. Well, Tomas BERDYCH showing you why he is ranked number 6 in the world. Awesome power, as well as quickness, movement of the feet, which is totally essential in this level of tennis, as well as a massive first serve. Somdev here has his work cut out for him. Oh, amazing. Going over the highest part of the net, making it look so simple. So nice and early.
Well, the thing is also, when you try to get the ball high to these guys, at 6'6", it's only shoulder height. As you watch them lean into that backhand down the line, it's not high enough. You can't kick the ball high enough to these very tall guys.
And Somdev isn't the tallest guy himself.
No, he's not. Oh, look at that angle. Look at the way he went around the outside edge of the ball. Unbelievable. I would have been pretty sure he was going down the line. He had the whole down the line open. Yeah. Right here with this one. Som gives him the angle, and now he's got anywhere that he can play it and decides to go back. Short cross. Beautiful. Rare error, rare unforced error. He seems to be seeing the ball really well today, BERDYCH.
With a lot of time. Seems to have a lot of time on the ball.
Seems to have a lot of time. Ball, of course, flying off his racket. Good placement of that first serve. He needs a few more of those.
Yeah, he really needs to serve a lot of first serves tonight.
And mix them up much better, you know. Forehand, backhand, body. The body serve is used so little, and against somebody as big as BERDYCH, probably be a really good play. And needless to say, it has to be perfectly placed. Otherwise, it's going to be target practice. Oh, good serve. Well, the problem playing somebody this good is that you can't leave any balls hanging in the middle of the court.
30-42.
Not even if it's anything less than 3 feet from the baseline, you're going to have to be chasing it down. Simple as that. And even if it is within 3 feet of the baseline, you still might be in trouble.
Yeah, seeing the ball as big as a football tonight is Tomas BERDYCH. We've seen some fantastic ground stroke hitting.
Another break point for 2 breaks in this set. Oh, lucky.
It's the second serve at 134, Anand.
It's like my second serve. Not quite. It's like my first serve.
Kind of mental letdown there for BERDYCH to miss a second serve at 134.
134 is what, over 80 miles an hour?
Yep.
Ooh, missed it.
Not needing development.
Oof, just wide. No? Well done, Somdev. Really, really good hold by the Indian. Down a break point, but managed to gut it out.
Very loud cheer goes up in the crowd. Somdev DEVVARMAN whole serve. We have a lot of Indian interest on centre court today, Anand. After this match, we've got Rohan Bopana playing with his new partner Rajiv Ram. And then we've got Mahesh Bhupati finishing up the night.
A lot
Daniel
of interest,
Lester.
yes. Yeah.
So for our viewers in India, stay glued to the TV. You're going to get to watch a lot of Indians play tonight.
Yeah, great serve. He has served exceptionally well today, BERDYCH. I've seen matches in which his serve looks a bit shaky at times, but today it's been spot on.
Beautiful evening here in Chennai. Absolutely still. Perfect conditions for tennis.
Perfect condition. Actually, this year it's been no wind whatsoever. It's amazing. It used to be a little windy in the stadium where the wind swirls around. Not this time. Not too hot. Just perfect conditions.
Again, the power and the depth of the BERDYCH forehand, forcing Somdev to miss-hit that backhand return. .209. So this first serves are getting up there.
Well, the strange thing with BERDYCH is he can go both ways with that forehand, not only the inside out, he can go the other way as well, which a lot of the players are not comfortable with because going over the high part of the net. But BERDYCH seems to be fine with it.
His footwork is so good, his body is just in the right position to do anything he wants to do with it.
Yeah. And he can change direction the last minute too, which makes it even tougher. That's too big, that's huge.
So a serve at 195 kilometers an hour. The number 1 seed and world number 6, Tomas BERDYCH. Whole serve. And he leads by 5 games to 2 in the second round encounter against Somdev DEVVARMAN.
Tight.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second round action at the Aircel Chennai Open. Tomas BERDYCH up 5-2 in the first set against Somdev DEVVARMAN. New balls for Som.
Thank you.
Had a battle on his last service game. Came through. No, just wide. Well, Somdev moved into the court well for that forehand, putting a little bit more pace on the ball. He could certainly beef up his serve a little bit more, wouldn't you think? He's only in the 170s. That's barely 110 miles an hour. Bad luck. The second serve in the 140s.
Yes, anything of his game that he needs to work on is definitely his first serve.
Please. Thank you.
Oh!
They're unlucky there. He did the right thing.
Absolutely the right thing. And had the ball he wanted. He just took his eye off of it. Unlucky. He would have made that volley 9 times out of 10. See, that was in the 180s, that serve. A little bit more beef on it. Somdev giving BERDYCH a little bit of his own medicine.
Keeping him on the wrong foot.
Slightly different proposition from Jan Hayak in the first round. Somdev had everything his way. Oh, that's a big forehand. Yes, well done. Moving the ball around nicely. Forcing the big check to go side to side. A rare unforced miss.
So back to deuce on Somdev's serve.
As we were saying yesterday, Rico, it's so hard to watch a TV set and see how hard the ball is being hit, as opposed to sitting courtside, where you really hear the thud of the ball hitting the racket and the pace that comes off the court.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Oh, that's just spectacular backhand.
People don't realize what a tough shot that is to hit.
Oh, it's the toughest shot in the book. Definitely the toughest return, to go reverse cross court. But then again, the ball for him is in the strike zone.
There's nothing on that second serve.
No, that's
Pretty
true.
weak.
Oh, great return. There's the inside in. Well done. Somdev staying alive.
Did well there because that
Did
return
very
was so
well.
deep.
Did very well to survive that point. Oh, that was target practice, that one. Amazing. He saw the ball so early and just watched this return.
How still the head is. What kids watching this at home?
Yeah.
That serve came at 170, and he just look how.
The head didn't move at all.
Not at all. Hit straight through the ball.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Again.
Good bit of retrieving by the Czech, but Somdev still.
I was just going to say that's one part of his game we hadn't seen yet.
We haven't seen yet.
But he did well there to get the tough one back.
Missed the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Oh!
Did he hook that in?
He missed it.
He tried to hook it in, certainly.
He did hook it. He did hook it. It came from
long, right?
way wide into the middle of the court, but went long.
And game point.
Somdev continued to play long games on his serve, hanging in there. Didn't miss by much.
Not a single challenge so far. He's got it. Somdev hanging on. Still staying one break behind the Czech. And now BERDYCH will serve for this first set. So Son has to hope for a couple of second serves that he can get a look at. Because once BERDYCH lands that first serve, the reply has so far been quite short, and then you're looking at the BERDYCH forehand. So he somehow has to get that ball back and deep. Not an easy proposition. Not much you can do about that.
First challenge of the match by Somdev. BERDYCH is bang on the line.
Perfect. Well, you might as well challenge, though. You got three. So.
Yeah.
As I told Prakash yesterday, you can't take him home with you. So what's the point?
No, you didn't say that. You said you can't take him to bed with you.
That's exactly what
That's
I
what
said.
you said.
I tried to clean it up. Oh, it landed in.
He'll take it.
BERDYCH obviously felt it was going long because he was there.
So 15 all. It's the first time on the BERDYCH serve that he got level early on in it. It's always been 30 love and BERDYCH running away with it.
Oh, well played. Well, trying to lob somebody who's 6'6", better be a lot higher, but Somdev doing his best to track down as many balls as possible and put some kind of pressure on this man here.
Nice to see a man volley as well as BERDYCH.
He does. I'm surprised to see him come in as much as he has. I think he's kind of worked on that part of his game. He's been into the net quite a bit.
And why not, Anand? With the kind of game he has, he really should be there more often.
Absolutely, and I think that would probably might get him to the next level and putting him in the top four, in contention for the top four.
Again, very heavy forehand.
Almost on the baseline too.
Ladies and gentlemen, switch off your mobile phones. Thank you.
So with that big forehand, BERDYCH has reached his first set point. 36 minutes into the match, and Tomas BERDYCH leads 5-3 and 40-15.
Says 230. And something wrong with the speed gun there. You hit the top of the net too.
Only 130.
That could have been 214.
Yeah.
Getting up there. Didn't Taylor Dent serve one at 222?
Yeah.
The fastest on this court. There it is. Set number 1 to the man from the Czech Republic, the number 1 seed. 6 games to 3. Well, Somdev DEVVARMAN playing about as well as he can, or he's rather allowed to play against this man here, number 1 seed from the Czech Republic and number 6 player in the world, but has not managed to dent the Berdych serve. As we watch the rally hit point comparison, Somdev 90% behind the baseline with Berdych 77%, and 23 in front of the baseline for Berdych and 10% for Som. What's the highlights of this first set? One thing I'll say, Somdev has not played badly and has managed to scramble and fight and gut it out, but just dropped the 1 service game to lose the set 6-3. But the pace and the power and the placement of the Berdych forehand has been quite devastating. Look at that. These are the highlights of set number 1. Somdev will start the second set and needs to make a good beginning. Needs to make a stand right here. Yeah, well placed first serve. Looking at the ball, Berdych, but not making the challenge. 180, he's getting it up there, Somdev. Oh. All these guys with a two-hander have now learned to slice really well. Because it never used to be. Mats Wilander was the first one.
Mats Wilander was the king of it.
King of it,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not easy. Before him, there never was a guy who had a great two-hander who had a good slice as well. He's the one who kind of started everybody off, and now almost all the top players have it. Yes, great serve. Great serve. That's what placement will do for you, even at 173. And at a crucial time. Well done. 2 perfect serves.
Good to see him raise his first service percentages here. The opening game of the second set. From 15-30, he got himself to game point at 40-30.
Quick to get up to that ball. That's a shame. his chances are so few and far between that when he gets to game point, you got to make sure he takes it. Takes his chances. Oh, another good serve. 4 good serves in this first serves in this game alone. So it is possible to win if you can hit the line at 170, 171. Wonder how his shoulder is feeling right about now. You know, Rico, having had shoulder surgery a few months ago. Oh, overhit back. And so managed to hold on to his first service game of the second set. On the board at 1-love. Players change ends and there's no break after game 1 like there used to be. It's only after the third game that players get to sit down. Keeps the match moving along. It's only been the 1 break of serve in these 10 games, giving the Czech a 6-3 win.
Take your seat, please. Thank you.
Somdev has not been able to make a dent on the BERDYCH serve, thanks to the high percentage of first serves.
Players are ready. Thank you.
So BERDYCH from the far end. Second game, second set. Getting his first serve up there at 210. They're getting bigger as the night progresses.
Well, you see the positioning of both players. Somdev about maybe 5 to 10 feet behind the baseline, and BERDYCH right on top of it. Got a lot of retrieving it if you're that far behind.
Right, so but that's what Somdev does
likes
well.
Likes to do, exactly.
Can't expect him to do anything different, especially against BERDYCH.
That's huge. Tremendous forehand. Even the second serve at 175.
That's probably the speed that Somdev has been serving averagely his first serves. Just tells you how big your serve has to be if you want to break the top 10 in the world.
Two missed forehands in this game, giving Somdev a slight opening. You can't leave the ball hanging in the middle of the court like that, especially when you're playing somebody this good. That was a shame because he did have a chance and he could have played that backhand a little bit more aggressively, Somdev. He wasn't in good position to hit it. You see the forehand average speed, both players, 128 to 111. Definitely given him a few second serves this game.
Not the best service game so far. Served a lot of seconds, giving Somdev a window of opportunity. So with that backhand miss, so Tomas BERDYCH holds serve. And we are tied up at 1 game all in the second set.
Well, again, somebody this good, Somdev would need to hit the ball a little deeper. Definitely not. The service line is never going to work, because it's going to be target practice with the check with his forehand, but it's not easy. It's easier said than done. Well, BERDYCH not too sure, but still challenging it.
He took the edge of the line.
Oh. And that's the way to hit an ace. And 163 out wide. That's a shame. He had it lined up so well. Again, if he'd gone over the other part of the net, it probably would have been a clean winner. But the extra 6 inches made all the difference.
Again, the depth of the BERDYCH backhand, forcing the error from the Indian. So 15-30.
Double. First double of the match, and a real bad time to serve it. 15-30, giving the Czech 2 break points.
The danger of trying to do a little more with your second serve.
That's the pressure that BERDYCH has been piling on. Yes, well done. Got up to it real quickly and really muscled that ball.
A good first serve by Somdev, saving 1 break point.
How quickly he gets up to this, taking it as high as possible over the net.
Second serve. Oh, you know, it was trouble when he was running around that backhand and just creaming those forehands. So Tomas BERDYCH breaks serve and he leads by 2 games to 1. Second set.
Tomas BERDYCH just breaking serve of Somdev in the last service game. Up 2-1 in the second set in the second round match at the Aircel Chennai Open. It's quite amazing how these top players do such a good job of taking care of their own service games. And the first point, always crucial. Somdev having a few more looks at second serves, both in the previous service game and now in this one.
Overruled there by from the chair.
Great hands, wow. I think he's definitely either worked on or is working on, probably both, his volleys.
He's looking very good at the net.
That was not an easy volley, the way he played it.
And technically he's dead on. Great
Perfect.
footwork, racket out in front.
Just
Very
nice,
firm
soft
wrist,
hands.
soft hands, firm wrist, superb. Just right. Again, the heaviness of the serve.
Som did have a little bit of a look in the previous service game. 30 all in a second serve. That toss is like a 1 o'clock toss, and it's not a 12 o'clock toss, which we would recommend to most of our kids.
Yep.
But somehow with that 1 o'clock toss, he does manage to get
Down the
pretty
tee.
good spin on
Yeah,
it.
that's
It's
down
on
the
the
tee.
tee. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Even in the ad court, same thing.
And
Wow,
huge
that's
forehand.
That's just sheer. Oh! Took it too casually there. Could have hit the ball over with the butt of his racket if he wanted to, and then just pushed it long. Even the great ones make mistakes. Fortunately for him, it's not a crucial point. How casual was he with that?
And that forehand before that. An absolute thunderbolt.
Absolutely. That
was the second serve, Anna.
He served his first serve second. That's what he did. 178 on the second serve.
So
120
Som
miles
was
an hour.
closing in on that second.
So almost 120 miles an hour. One of like Pete Sampras' seconds. Talk about a guy who had 2 first serves. Pete. Look at that. The footwork, that's so amazing.
You know, talking of that, Anand, once I remember Peter was practicing on the same court as Mahesh at the Queen's Club, and they were taking, just warming up. I think they were both
Right.
playing. One was playing singles, the other was playing doubles, and I was standing behind the court. I was watching him warm up his serve,
Pete.
and I swear every single time he had the same ball toss.
Toss.
It never changed.
It was the most difficult serve to read.
So no one on this earth could have read that serve.
The best one, the closest one was Andre reading the serve. But Andre apparently used to guess a lot, is how he returns serve. Whereas Novak apparently he tried to read a little bit more. Andre guessed a lot, and a lot of times he guessed right. But Pete's serve was probably the hardest one to read. I think another great serve was Goran Ivanisevic.
Yeah.
This is just world-class hitting.
I'd like to tell our viewers watching this in the city of Chennai that please come and actually experience a Tomas BERDYCH match. Guy is number 6 in the world. His hitting off the ground is absolutely phenomenal. And you can only get to watch the depth and the speed of the ball if you are present in the stadium.
That's so true. Ooh. Oh, Som, you had it. He had the right idea, pushed the ball down the line, but I think out of his corner of his eye, he saw BERDYCH moving to his right.
Yeah.
This one right here, this was a good shot. Pretty good volley, it catches the tape, and here he had his chance.
He had a good look at that,
He had a
didn't
good
he?
look at that.
Like you said, the 6'6" guy is coming across.
Exactly.
In the corner of your eye, you're watching him. Again,
3 more break points for a double break.
superb return of serve by Tomas BERDYCH. Can't keep telling you guys what a tough shot that is to hit. One-handed stretching, going inside out. It's just fantastic. What control.
Unless Somdev places his serve on the line, a tough time. Wow, that's just awesome stuff. Perfect backhand down the line to close out that game, and now the check up, 2 breaks, 4 games to 1 in the second set, having won the first.
Time.
Number 1 seed at this Aircel Chennai Open, showing us why he is the 6th best player in the world. So far it's been kind of a lesson. 6-3, 4-1 double break for the top seed, and he's had things pretty much his own way. Yes, Somdev has played about as well as he has been allowed to play against this much pace and precision.
Yeah, people don't realize also that not how you play a lot of the time, but who you play.
Who you play.
And I think, like you said, he's not been allowed to play his game at all. He's just been scrambling. He's been retrieving.
He's been fighting.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do about that. The serve at 202 and a forehand not much less than that.
Cleaning the line.
Cleaning the line. With rare unforced errors here or there. Not too many really.
So been on court now for an hour. And again, not missing by much. At 211, Anand.
211. So gamely fighting on. Well, the one thing you can't do is question DEVVARMAN's heart. Has a huge heart. And a lot of grit.
Yeah, he's a tough competitor. There's no doubt about that.
And mentally very strong. Today he's been outgunned. Trying to go for a little bit too much. You have no choice though. If you don't hit the ball deep enough, you're going to be...
He floats a few down in the middle and we say, oh my word, what's he doing? And he gets screamed, and then he tries to go for it and misses.
Yes,
and you know,
such a fine line.
It's such a fine line. No doubt about that. So BERDYCH, a point away from a 5-1 lead in the second set.
Awesome stuff. He makes it look so easy. Just steps into it casually, and that's not an easy shot by any stretch of the imagination.
You don't have much court to work with.
You don't. You absolutely don't.
Highest part of the net makes it look so easy.
One game away from a place in the quarterfinal for the top seed. Looks like he's playing ping pong sometimes. Well, 2 good points.
Sometimes in surprise we say he missed.
Yeah, he hasn't missed many today.
Not at all.
Big hitting. The pace of the BERDYCH backhand this time, beating Somdev.
In complete command here is the top seed. 6-3 and 5-1. Somdev's serve at 15:30.
It was just that first service game of the second set where he managed to win 4 free points on the serve. Oh, that's just brilliant.
A masterly performance here by the top seed.
Gives him 2 match points. Ooh, that was close. Oh, and that does it. Tomas BERDYCH with a quick 6-3, 6-1 win in an hour and 5 minutes. Closing out one of our top Indian stars. Just too much pace and just too much game altogether.
Yeah, masterly performance here by the top seed. He came out hitting the ball so well right from the get-go.
Right from the get-go.
And the guy is serving at 200 plus almost every single time. And hitting the sort of ground strokes that Tomas BERDYCH hit this evening. Really, Somdev, I really feel sorry for him because the sort of game he has, it was really tough for him to
did
compete.
not match up well with BERDYCH today. Absolutely not. And tried his best, gave it everything, as he usually does. But they say TMG, too much game.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, like I said this before the match started, that I felt that he needed to serve really well today. Exceptionally well. Because we know his game and we know he's limited to playing the way he does. So even that didn't really work out for him. As we see the match stats, BERDYCH, first serve percentage was lower than DEVVARMAN, but his serves were huge. 4 aces to 2 by DEVVARMAN, no double faults. Winners, look at that. That was what made all the difference.
That was the big stat there.
25-4. Unforced errors about the same, and break points 1, 4 out of 0. It's been a masterful performance here by Tomas BERDYCH. He beats India's Somdev DEVVARMAN in straight sets. And our very own Charu Sharma has Tomas BERDYCH with him. Over to you, Charu.
Thanks so much, Rico. Tomas, a lot of people have asked me to say that they have put your game together in only 3 letters, alphabets. Wow!
Well, no, thank you.
Soak it in, you deserve it. But I tell you what, you know, so many things to ask you. I mean, there's supposed to be an off-season where you're supposed to not train too much, where you're supposed to come and miss a few balls on court.
Well, maybe, I mean, yeah, it could be, but, you know, my off-season was I mean, very busy, but very good, you know, in the end as well. So, you know, I was quite busy after playing the season until the end with the Davis Cup, which was incredible for our country, for myself, and then, you know, that became even a bit more busier than any other years after that. But still, I was able to do everything I planned for my preparation for the next season, and you know, always the first match of the year is very tough, and you know, I want to try it really one by one, seriously from the first point, and that's what happened today.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how difficult, or what ranking would you give this match? What rating would you give in terms of difficulty?
Well, I mean, it's really hard to say, because even if we're gonna play with Somdev tomorrow, I mean, the match could be different. You know, this is nice about the tennis, and for me the good thing is, like, yeah, my game was at least on the level that I want to be on the first match, and that's what I'm satisfied with. But you know, now it's another match, another opponent, tougher opponent, so you know, I need to bring something more.
Well, that's very generous of you. When was the last time you went to, I hope I pronounce this right, Velasque Mezerici?
You pronounce it quite well, and actually, yeah, I've been there for the Christmas day, you know, because my family is still there, my parents are there, and it was great. I mean, it was not many days, but at least it was two nice days with the family and enjoy the holidays, well, Christmas time. And yeah, I've been there, but well, since that, it's not many other days that I can count on it.
Population 30,000 some time back. Chennai is a little different in terms of population. And final question. Since you went home, a lot of parents here want me to ask you, what was your mother feeding you when you were growing up?
Mother feeling when I was growing up?
Because I mean, she fed you something that obviously made a big difference.
Well, like what she gave me, or no? What do you
in other words, yeah, it's just a joke.
Right.
What you
well, I was already saying that I've seen one small kid, and actually, I think it was a girl, and she asked me, like, why or what did you do to grow so much? And actually, she was having lunch, and I said, did you finish your lunch? She said, no. I said, you see, that's the reason. You know, you have to finish your lunch, and then that's it.
Now we know. Tomas BERDYCH, welcome to Chennai. Fantastic victory. Look forward to seeing you the rest of this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, our top seed through to the next round, 6-3, 6-1. Rico, back to you.
Thanks, Charu. That was a wonderful interview. And Tomas BERDYCH, I don't know what his mother fed him. She was doing something right. And 6'6" and serving at 200 kilometers an hour every single time. So let's see him now strike a forehand with a cricket bat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up and straight down.
Try one more.
He's trying it left-handed. Yeah, that's a good
There's
clean
the
hit.
two-handed backhand.
Yeah.
Right there.
He's better one.
Well, all these guys don't realize how tiny the hitting surface of a cricket bat is.
Yeah.
Just like a baseball bat. It might be a little bit bigger, but still.
So we've had the Tomas BERDYCH show, which just ended. We've got a good match coming up for now. We've got men's doubles for you. Rohan Bopana and his new partner for 2013, Rajiv Ram. Hearing his name, you'd think he's from India, but he's a boy that's grown up in the United States. And playing against a very formidable team, Wawrinka and Pair. So we watched a masterly display here by this man. He played absolute awesome tennis, beating Somdev DEVVARMAN 6-3, 6-1. And when we return, we got some fine doubles action for you. So don't go anywhere. Come back to us here in Chennai.